Hello, Birey.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can you introduce yourself to us?
Yes, my name is Biko Buta, and I come from Kenya, Mombasa, Kenya.
Oh, that's cool. And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have two younger brothers, very handsome.
As a transgender, how did you find yourself first and then how people react? What is your story?
Well, I moved to, the real quick version is after high school in Kenya, I moved to the States to go to university. And then it was before I didn't know anything about sexuality and gender. And then while I was in the States, that's when I saw everything, you know? And first I was like, well, maybe I guess I'm a gay man, you know? And then I saw the trends. I was like, this is it. And then I moved to Canada because I couldn't go back to Kenya after that, you know? It's illegal to be that in Kenya. You can be sent to prison for up to 14 years, I think, for being gay.
Really?
Wow. That's if the police find you. But if you're the street they find you, it's probably better to go to the jail and be alive after 14 years.
Yeah.
Even though I take that back, sorry. If I was given a choice between being mobbed to death in the street and going to prison for 14 years, I'd probably pick the prison if I had to pick one. But obviously none of them are appropriate and none of them are aligned with, you know, human rights.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after US, you couldn't go back to your country and you decided to come here. Why wouldn't you stay in US? Because they didn't let you in, or what was? Because my cousin just studied there, but she couldn't get the visa after that. So
no, that's a very good question. So it was like that, and I was living in Texas, which is very conservative, and I think that is the reason. And I couldn't stay there any longer. And I'm not that type of person who can hide and be illegal. So I came to Canada, I applied for asylum, I came as a refugee, and now this is my home since 2006. I'm so glad.
what was the interesting reaction to you at first? Like, wow, or whatever?
One of them is because before I found out about trans in the States, I was completely oblivious. And that's the same thing with my family too. So there was coming out as gay, first of all, that was like super bad. And then they kind of got used to that. And then it was like,
So are they like, please be gay?
Right? I'm like,
Please just be gay.
so I'm a woman now, you know? And we're like, oh my God. Yeah, it was, please, can you just be gay and stuff? And leave it at that. Whatever, it's just, it goes to show that people will, like your spirit, it knows where it's going to be the person you were meant to be. And like it or not, it's going to go that way. So it's just better to surrender to the process. If I was giving myself some advice now as my young self, I'd just be like, surrender to the process, fall in love with the journey, you know, it's worth it in the end. It gets better, all that crap. It's true.
Yes,
it's true.
yes.
It does get better. It gets better. It gets better.
What was the difficult thing for you to become a woman? Like wearing makeup or like high heels? What was the most difficult or strange feeling?
So at first it was the makeup, believe it or not, because it's something you kind of like in your mind. Trust me, no trans person just one day wakes up and like, I'm trans. No, it's been a journey. For the most part, it's usually in secret or in your head and nobody knows. But you just think, you know, you'll be good at makeup and stuff.
Eyeliner?
No, it's not that easy. So, the first time I went out, it was so bad. It was so bad. Well, makeup was just in the beginning. But other than that, to be honest, if I can keep it real, for most all trans folks, it's safety, you know, and going out and feeling safe in the world. Even Laverne Cox, who is one of the most famous trans women in the world, she had an incident just last week where she experienced transphobia, you know? So even if you're super famous, it's still the same thing. So you can only imagine what it's like for those who are not famous. I think this year alone, 350 trans women were murdered around the world.
Oh my God.
And it's like that every year. So the challenge for us is literally going out in the world and feeling safe.
Why people think that you are dangerous for them?
Right.
Yeah, well, why? What is the reason?
Who knows what goes on in their mind? But maybe there's a case of fear of the unknown, or there is insecurity, you know, fear of the unknown. Like also women can feel threatened by us for whatever reason, even though we love you so much, we want to be like you. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And men can feel also not insecure, but the society teaches us that it's wrong. And if you like a woman like me, they don't say you're anything other than gay, you know? And so the men in the society, they also have this thing where to prove that you're a man, you know, you like hurt us. And then to your friends, they're gonna think, yeah, that person is not gay or something, you know? But in my experience, the people who are the most opposed to homosexuality or trans are the ones who are gay themselves. But now I have a bit of compassion because just like that person probably grew up in a society that was completely homophobic, you know? And then if you hear...
Most homophobic families around.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with me, where you grow up and if you hear anything about gay, it's the worst possible thing. You never hear anything good. So when you realize you're like this, you hate yourself, you know, because in your mind it's conditioned that's. So maybe that's why. And these days I just have a bit more compassion.
Yeah, you're right. People hate you because they cannot be brave as you.
Mm-hmm. There's also that.
Yeah.
There's also that where you're just like miserable for whatever reason. You're not happy, and then you just want to take a step to make a change, and you can't, and you're stuck there. But then you look at someone else who may be not someone you would worship and admire, like a trans person, like those ones that I don't even give time to. And you're like, but this one is making steps to be themselves, and I can't. Maybe there's also a lot of that. As you see the courage in other people and you realize it makes you feel bad because you want to be courageous like us, but then, yeah, I don't know. Who understands?
Yeah. And also, I personally think that like if you don't try, let's say, the cake, and how do you know you don't like it? Mostly people says like I'm straight, but not. They could be a bisexual or.
And like when it comes down to it, everybody likes cake, you know? So maybe they're just scared they're gonna like it. Hello, look at all this chocolate.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. This girl is on fire. Let's see. This girl is on fire. Come, come.
This guy is on fire.
He is. Look at his strong muscles. There's also men are like babies. Just like tell them whatever it is that they want to hear. Stroke their egos. Oh, you're so strong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus.
I'm strong.
I would hit you
I'm
as a
strong.
Turkish woman if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Beş kardeş. Gökhan elden gidiyor. Allah
Well,
Allah.
Biko, I would like to thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk to you. This has been a great, indulging, informative.
This is
interview.
nice.
Yes,
I like to be honest, I didn't even know what we were gonna do. Up to now, I was like, what are you doing today? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I'm just gonna be interviewed. About what? I was like, I don't know.
The thing is, we don't know too. It's like we figure out as we go. So
We always like, you can ask some question. You'll do it.
no things. Once the conversation starts
Yes.
rolling, you know, it just unfolds newer things and newer things. I like the spontaneity. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Spontaneity.
muscle boy.
Okay, strong. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ow, my nail. I broke my nail on this
I
muscle.
just heard what you guys said 2 minutes ago, because I'm not falling for that.
What? What are you talking about? You think you're not falling, but look at you right now. You're so happy.
Oh, you're so handsome.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, look
Mashallah.
at you. Mashallah.
It's not that sincere. Come on, hold your horses. Alright guys, can I continue Turkish if you don't mind? Bugün de Biko arkadaşımızla video çektik. Bu videoyu beğendiyseniz beğeni butonuna tıklayıp
Yoksa Gökhan'a Okey arkadaşlar, eğer like'lara basmazsanız, yorum yapmazsanız ben Gökhan'ı veriyorum. Veriyorum arkadaşlar, ona göre artık bilmiyorum. Gökhan'ın sağlığı için bunu tutmak için like'larsanız seviniriz.
lütfen arkadaşlar. No, thank you so much.